Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. Arnie the GOAT at finding these interviews before even Palantir posts them, just posted an interesting talk with a Palantir employee, Marcus Loeffler, who is the Senior Director of Enterprise Technology there. I'll go over the main points summarized about Palantir's AI, since you can watch the 10-minute video yourself, so I'll focus on the applications, especially the lesser-known ones that I myself and others probably don't know about, like saving their client $50 million. But also my opinion on the implications of this interview and just a little more context about the event itself and the speaker. But go to Arnie's channel to check out the full 10-minute interview posted. Now, on the man himself, Marcus Loeffler, he's been at Palantir for only about a year, but has a lot of experience in technology, and actually the majority of his career was at the prestigious consulting firm McKinsey & Company, and that was for 20 years and reached the status of a senior partner. So yes, this is a top-tier guy in the world and working corporate. Now, the AI Summit itself from DLD focuses on the potential of artificial intelligence and its impact and visibility and viability to reshape our world today and all aspects of life. And of course, Palantir needs to be a part of this conversation, considering they're everywhere and making real results the public can see, from war to healthcare and even food scarcity that they bring up today during the interview. Either way, it's a great way to continue legitimizing Palantir as an AI player. Now, the interview itself, nothing controversial really comes up, but of course the war in Ukraine does have to in all these conversations, as well as the other use cases of Palantir and their work with artificial intelligence, which I like how the interviewer actually acknowledged they've been in long before LLMs. So Ukraine first, the interviewer wanted Marcus to be more specific on how AI is a strong factor in Ukraine standing today since he made that statement. And when pressed, basically, he brings up how digitization and innovation began quickly after for the country when Crimea was annexed by Russia back in 2014. And it literally allowed them to survive as a country in modern day because with everything being pushed to cloud, even if Kyiv were to fall at the time when it happened in 2022, the government was able to operate anywhere in the country regardless. He also goes into the whole population being mobilized in the war with their tier mobile phones, and of course the capabilities to get that crucial data for their defense systems and reconnaissance. But this is all while looping humans into those of AI kill chains with life and death decisions, so he made sure to point that out, and I think that was a good idea. And this also transitions into that Palantir philosophy, that AI is to enhance humans here, not necessarily to just steal their jobs and automation. We all know the elephant in the room that that's going to happen regardless, but they do want to show face that they want to make this work with humans, right? We're good at certain things, but AI can do the math and statistics and all that vast amounts of data processing and able to stick to the facts while, humans can't. And then humans can take all those facts together, maybe the things that they've simplified down from the machines, and they can make that final decision, or at least decisions along the way, to of course steer the path of that AI. And of course the qualitative stuff too can be taken into account. So it's good as he's representing Palantir at this interview that they're not just putting themselves out there as a job destroyer with AI, but of course kill chains too without human interaction. They want to make sure that they're looping everyone in, and we're trying to enhance the world. Now, the fascinating part no one really knows about Palantir, at least too much publicly, is pursuing how artificial intelligence can help with weather patterns. And they bring up a great example of how they've helped with the UN's World Food Program. Palantir has been working with them since 2019, so it's been a while, even if they don't tout it too much here for the public. And this is where they've helped them deliver efficiently and effectively by bringing food to the right people at the right time, where they can actually use AI to enable smaller farmers and to predict the weather patterns there and project out the kind of food supplies that will happen in certain regions of the world. And of course, they'll be able to plan ahead with that. With this kind of use case, they did a quick comparison to SAP and IBM, who are using AI as well for simplifying interfaces, and Marcus straight up says those are just less interesting use cases and applications for AI, and it made it really hit home, saying they've saved the World Food Program $50 million here, that in turn can be reinvested into the program and give people the right food at the right time, of course, in the future, and scaling that up. So there are huge implications of AI, not just in war like we always hear about, but in literally feeding the world. And $50 million might not seem a lot of money, of course, in the whole world context, but that's still $50 million less spent inefficiently and able to be reinvested back to produce more savings or to feed more people effectively in the future. I think this is a great way for Palantir to show themselves off in being in the AI space, so just outside of the war context. But when you literally bring up feeding the world, it gives you a more optimistic perspective on its usage when you have a humanitarian example like this. And in turn, if they give something quantitatively like this as well. Companies and enterprises themselves can get examples on how they're going to use this for their own companies and reinvest those savings into them to either produce more savings down the line or then produce growth from that. So it's going to compound in itself either way on both ends. But what are your thoughts though on this interview? Do you think it's going to increase the business for Palantir and help provide a positive light for them out in the media? Let me know below, and thank you all for watching as well as my channel members, and I'll see you in the next video.